Happy 4th of July. Look, we've got Lucy and Jenn,
and Jenn back here
is the backup. Backdrop. Lucy steals the show. Happy 4th of July, everyone.
And she's putting fur everywhere. You're shedding.
Oh, my goodness. Beth Cat's here. Lisa Carolyn. Allie P. Ken made it. Whoa.
Patricia Lisa Carolyn. Hello again.
Jody Roberts.
Hey, Jody.
All right. So if you missed, Jen Lynn just did a Sacred Sounds healing on her channel with Jody, the sound healer. So you just did that. You just completed that, right?
Yeah.
Everybody catch that because you're going to need it. My card of the day was the 2 of Pentacles, and we keep getting it. So not everyone's going to be as balanced and adept as balancing as we wonderful evolved people are. Okay. All right. So thanks so much for joining me today. Hi, Susan B. Hey, T-Bar. So I wanted to ask, I'm concerned about the Amazon rainforest. And a lot of environmentalists are upset with Biden because they said he should have held Bolsonaro, the president of Brazil. He should have held him to account before he did any deals with him, and to make him stop deforesting and cutting down trees where the indigenous live. And I want to know, and there's more fires there now than the last worst season, which was 2007. So we're concerned, naturally. So we want to
really need to get that president out because he does not honor the rainforest at all. He's just destroying it.
No, he's so bad. So let's see. What do we want to ask? Will the rainforest survive? Will we do anything proactively to help it? Will it survive?
Let's see.
And as soon as you have yours laid out, go ahead and go.
Okay. Well, that's a lot more positive than I thought it would be.
Oh, good.
The harvest card on watching it, keeping an eye on it, but you reap what you sow, right? This is all about like what you reap what you sow. So you damage it, it's not going to be an immediate fix. You've got to go in and do something to help fix it, whether it's replanting trees or something, because the bully has moved into the house. So, needing to protect it, but just murky things going on. I do get like someone coming in and contributing a little bit, but I get like voting that guy out, good news card, and then people come together with strength to work on it and try to bring balance back and support it. And I do feel like people will like even travel there to do something tangible, whether it's replanting or whatever. So I'm getting very good cards on it. It's just they got to vote out that. I don't know if they can vote him out because their elections probably aren't really free and clear, but they're going to have to get him out as the president.
Yeah, that Bolsonaro. So the first, so you get ultimately that they will, and they will be able to bring it back into balance.
Yes.
Okay. So you got that it was out of balance as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So my first 2 cards are stating that it is out of balance. It's not, it's strong, beautiful. It is still beautiful, but it is out of balance. And we have to, and it's being because, of greed and dirty deeds and people that they made deals with. So we've got to turn this around. The younger people will try to make us take off our blindfold and look at it, and we can move forward. But the outcome card is really going to cause a lot of angst and anxiety, and a lot of people are going to be really upset about this. So I don't think it's too late.
I like what Artist Sculpture just said. Being the president of Brazil and not honoring the rainforest is like being the president of the USA and not honoring democracy. It's so true, because the rainforest impacts the whole world. It's huge as far as our carbon emissions and creating enough oxygen in our world and everything. Hey, Becca.
Hi, Becca.
How's the Lenormand in the house?
Yeah, that's very true. It's very sad. But it happens. I mean, we've already had the president that didn't honor the democracy. So, and it's happening now with Bolsonaro. All right. You have a question on SCOTUS over the state's electoral system.
Yeah, the SCOTUS is going to be looking at a case. I think they're either doing it in September or they release their thing in September. Thank you, JL. Whether to allow states to decide elections, even federal elections, over the federal laws that are in place about federal elections. So will SCOTUS turn it back to the states to decide about federal elections?
SCOTUS turn it back to the states. Boy, I don't think that. You think that's a good idea?
Oh, no. Absolutely not. We need some federal laws in place about how our elections should run. We need more laws, like to stop the gerrymandering and the voter suppression, but not enough votes to get there yet.
Carantine says, the devil, Becca, all hail Becca.
The devil's apprentice.
She did look like some with that mirror behind her last night. That was pretty funny.
Will the states be allowed to decide? Ooh, anxiety card on the bottom here.
Uh-oh.
I think yes. I think they're going to move forward to determine a new person in charge. Strength on that. They're going to break with the old way of doing it with our elections and votes. I get a big yes card on it. It's a big loss legally for us. But people aren't having it. Judgment's going to come down over this. People are going to be really, really pissed. But I get some kind of new law will come along later to change this. So I think, after the midterms, because I always feel like the Dems are going to get the House and the Senate. Just be patient. Something new is going to come in to fix this. So, I was talking to Beth Cat, my friend I've known for almost over 50 years now. And we were talking about Anthony Scalia, the justice who was good friends with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. He used to always say, put the laws on the books, don't depend on the Supreme Court to decide things, make it a law, put it a law. And we've got to do that. We got to codify Roe versus Wade. We got to put laws on the books about elections. We need to put laws on the books to prevent people like Trump from running again, stuff like that. So
right.
we just got to have enough votes, to work around like Manchin and Sinema and all the Republican garbage.
Well, that's really hard to believe that those two people could mess us up so bad.
Yeah.
And how are they even taking breath? I don't know. For entertainment purposes only. Okay, so I get all of the shenanigans you could possibly imagine with this. All of them. The Magician, the Seven of Swords, and the Devil card.
Manipulate it, steal it, corrupt it.
boy. Now, then I also got, though, that there will be a proposal that something else will come along and maybe bring some positive change towards the end. So we got the same answer technically, but
the way of positive change.
There's going to be, Becca's cohorts are right there, man. They're just trying
Becca,
to really
come get your children.
trying to give us a run for the money. So I think they will get away with that, and something has to be then changed or overruled or amended or something like that, like you said. And that question was from Mark. Okay. All right. InfoWars, Alex Jones, your favorite person. He announced that he got some insider info. He announced this 4 days ago from Roger Stone that Trump is going to announce today that he's going to run for a second term, 2024. Is he going to announce today or in the next, or here shortly? Is he going to announce his running for presidency today or in the next few days?
And thank you, everybody, for the questions for us.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was right, Becca. She's saying they're opening up a can of worms. And they are. They think they're going to steal it and run it and make it a certain way, but we're able to, like you said, somehow make some other, I don't know.
Let's see. Will he announce his candidacy?
Is Trump?
Yeah, to Becca's point, God, this would be a great time to have a little lightning bolt come down in a rally where he's announcing it.
Fireworks, anyone?
Fireworks.
Oh boy. Entertainment purposes only.
Lori, I know you didn't get to watch the whole thing last night, Sunday night on Johnny's channel, but you got to watch the last question, because the last question was, why isn't the devil coming to get his children?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that.
It was quite funny.
Why isn't the devil coming to get his children? Yeah, he's got quite a few of them running around. They won't be able to get away with all of that. Something tempers it, like something. There's enough good people left to fight. What have you got?
There's a celebration in the White House announcing his bid. So justice and doing something in isolation. He's got the support, he thinks, and the power. Big changes from Trump today. So putting his hat in the ring to do the work throws everybody off balance. But
that's the card.
I think the full Trump, like some new news, and it's to raise money and some new grift. I get there's a very strong chance he will do it today. Try to climb to higher ground, but later he gets blocked. So later,
yeah, I don't know. I'm getting the hangman as the outcome, so I don't know if
something happens and he gets blocked from doing it.
It's like someone talks to him and says, don't do this early. Don't do this too early. And then I got the strength card too. I wonder if that's like trying to muzzle him and say, wait till the end of the day, or wait a
the
little,
right time.
yeah, some things.
He's
And
so
there-
erratic. Like I can't do a reading on Trump without getting the Knight of Swords. He's so erratic. He's hard to predict.
Yeah. So, and there was just, I don't know how many people are hurt. There was a parade in Fairfield, Illinois, or Fair. So, unfortunately, something happened there.
Yeah, they had a shooting.
Okay. That's a weird place to have a shooting. I mean, there's a weird place, any place to have a shooting, but you wouldn't think it would happen there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what this hangman is about. We'll have to stay tuned for that one. I think someone's trying to muzzle him. And maybe it's because then he can't keep all the money, or maybe the indictment comes and we all wake up and they're surrounding Mar-a-Lago. Okay. All right. What's your next question?
Well, I wanted to look at Ronna McDaniel. It came out in the January 6th committee that she knew about the fake electors scheme. And I wanted to know, is she culpable? Is she going to have some kind of legal issues over it? Was she just aware of it, or was she actively promoting it, pushing it? Is she going to have some legal consequences? Ronna McDaniel, she's Mitt Romney's niece, Ronna Romney McDaniel, and she's the head of the RNC. When the head of the RNC knows about it, that's pretty scary. That means all the Republicans knew about it. Like, I guarantee you, Mitch McConnell and everybody knew they were going to promote fake electors. And if she knew about it, if she was against it, why wasn't she whistleblowing on it? Like, no.
She needs to take a page from her uncle's playbook.
Thank you, Karen, for repeating our questions for us.
Yes, thank you, Karen. I need to learn how to star the questions. I can't wait to see what you've got.
Well, for some reason, I'm getting stuff about money and funding too, that there's going to be a whistleblower on in connection to her. So I don't know if she's like trying to help cover some of their legal defenses or something. But yeah, to bully through in abundance, she knew. Legally, she could be facing some losses. So it's rather surprising. She may end up having to fight to stay out of jail.
Wow.
She may have to go away, but I keep getting like there's something about money that somebody's going to whistleblow on. Some secret that she knew about, but I get somebody's going to talk about it. So that's going to put her in an even more defensive posture.
Yeah. So I think, am I having an echo? Am I okay?
You sound okay to me.
Okay. She makes it like she doesn't know, but she did. And they're going to find out that she knew. And she's going to do a face plant.
That's going to hurt.
Yeah. And I also think there's going to be a page that comes forward about the money and how this took place. And she's going to have to leave. Something's not right. So face plant for Ronna.
Stick a pin in that.
And speaking of Ronna, can we ask if we're going to have a fall surge And if how should we ask this? Will we have a fall surge?
Because they're already saying there's new variants again, but they're also talking about like the booster shot,
the new vaccine,
changing it to be more effective on Omicron.
To target Omicron. Yeah. Sue Ellen asked, well, let's see if you want to read if the numbers are going to continue to rise, and I'll read on the efficacy of the new vaccine.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Tony, way of positive or shining hawk healing, always Tony, as we call her. It's always Tony. If you have not seen her new Oracle deck, go to her channel, guys, Shining Hawk Healing, and watch her video where she does the walkthrough of it. It's lovely, lovely, lovely deck.
Very beautiful.
So will there be
targeting Omicron?
Nice.
So you're asking about if we'll have a fall wave.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know how your numbers are there. Ours are going up. It's not good.
Ours have been going up all month. You're starting to see people wearing masks again. And
well, I went into Publix and there were hundreds of people, literally hundreds of people in that store yesterday because, of course, it's holiday time. And there were only 2 other people besides myself wearing masks in there.
Yes, there will be a fall wave. Lucy, no claws on my chair. She's sharpening her claws. There will be a fall wave. I'm getting in about 3 months in July, August, September, starting in September. Returning to something, nostalgia, something coming back. And there's going to be talk. It's a new variant because the Queen of Pentacles always shows up for me as coronavirus. It's a new variant showing up as the king, something sneaky coming in that we're fighting. But I get yes, that it will affect us, but something about it structurally is different. So it's a new variant. It'll put a lot of burden on us. Will be unclear like what to do, but don't worry, they're going to have a big breakthrough, and they're going to secure something else to block it. So there's new testing being done on something. We're gonna get something else to help treat it.
Yeah. Okay, that's very interesting because I'm getting that this vaccine is not the
answer.
Have all, be all, get all. I do think they're working on something else. I don't even think people are going to sign up to take this one as much. I just don't think they're interested, and they're like, but then I think they will, and of course they're going to try to sell it, but I think they will come up with something. But I asked just specifically about this vaccine, and I don't think I didn't get the greatest parts for that.
It's not the biggest fix.
No, they'll have to come up with something else, like you said, hopefully. Okay, thank you for that question, Sue Ellen. And so what's your next question?
I wanted to look at Lev Parnas, and this is my last question I've got. He was tried for using campaign donations from Russia to advance his cannabis business. Now, I have to go through all this because it's hysterical. He worked for Giuliani. He was an associate of his. He was sentenced to 20 months in jail. They're appealing it because he was on home confinement, with the ankle bracelet. So they're trying to get that reduced based on time he was in confinement. But he also participated with Giuliani in pressuring Ukraine officials to investigate Biden and Hunter Biden and all that, right? He defrauded investors through his company called Fraud Guarantee that's supposed to help you with anti-fraud. He frauded his investors in a fraud investment company, insurance company of over $2 million. He frauded using a fraud protection thing.
Lev Parnas, she's asking about.
Yeah, Lev Parnas. He also had a company, Global Energy Producers, with Igor Fruman. His case is still coming up in courts. And he was taking money from an oligarch, Andre, I can't pronounce the last name, Muraviv or something like that. Anyway, he's sentenced now. I want to know, is this going to impact Giuliani? And then I'd also like to know, is this going to impact any Republicans? Because he was taking foreign money and feeding it to Republicans for the election meddling by a foreign country. So it's kind of a two-parter. So how's it going to impact Giuliani? Because Giuliani got raided after they arrested Lev, and Lev started cooperating.
Okay, so we're asking primarily that, will this all affect Giuliani?
Giuliani.
He's already in so much trouble.
Yeah. Let's add one more thing. It's like Trump. It's like, let's add one more thing.
Lev Parnas's adventures make more problems for Giuliani.
Stop there. Yes, it will. It's like he's going to be put in defense mode. His walls are tearing down because they were like-minded. I get it. They're already looking into it, and there's an action getting ready to happen for Giuliani. So he's getting indicted because he was a partner. And yes, like Giuliani will get all emotional, but some legal action, and anyone else that supported. So, yes, it's going to impact Giuliani. There's something really, I'm getting all the aces, all the yes cards. There's something about the money that's going to get Giuliani in big trouble.
Yeah. Boy. Yes. I got all the big trouble you can make. And then that'll add to my going to jail problems. So yes, Devil, Moon, Five of Swords, Bully, Page of Swords, it's coming out quick, and the Eight of Swords. So that could be the nail.
So are there any Republicans that took money from Lev that are going to get in trouble, that took Russian money? There was one from Nevada that got $500,000 from him, and then said he thought something was funny, so he put in what did he do? He didn't give it back. I forget what he did. He put in 500,000 of his own money or something and took that money out or whatever. So basically he just money laundered it.
Okay.
It was kind of crazy. But are any Republicans going to get in trouble for taking Russian money from Lev?
From Lev.
He was buying influence.
He was funneling it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to buy influence for his cannabis business and his anti-fraud company that he frauded. He's trying to get investors.
Republican congressman.
Any Republicans get in trouble for taking money from him?
Taking Russian money.
Because Russia fed money through him and also the NRA and.
Well, it was Lev and Igor, right?
Uh-huh. I get yes, but it's going to take a while. This is slow and steady. Slow and steady money, but I start out with Temperance. Like, this is going to take a while, and it's like touch and go,
Oh.
touch and go. I feel like there's investigations moving in. I get the strength card on that, and trying to discover who all worked with him. There's cover up involved here, so they're watching it, they're looking into it. But I get eventually justice will move in. Somebody is going to end their career. Somebody is going to like completely lose out. It's going to end their career because I get justice coming.
Okay.
You dropped out for a sec.
I did, but I hit something that highlighted this comment, and I don't know how to unhighlight it. Does anyone know how to make it go away?
I think if you just click on it.
I did.
Does it give you an option?
No.
Or if you find it up in the chat up above where you highlighted it.
All right, let me go back to
Accidental highlighting. It's Sharon's site.
It's Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. Now, if you can figure out how to do that with questions, you can take it away. Click it again. That
I got it. All right. Yeah. Yay. Okay. Gosh.
Thanks, Johnny.
Okay. So I get that there is going to be problems. So yes, somebody very foolishly, out of greed, took the money. And I also get that it will be quite a while before this is revealed. So I think the Russian money is just going to take much longer. And that's so that's a good segue into the next question, because Sarah Ellis wanted an update on Merrick Garland. I guess he's having a health problem with his prostate. God bless him. So he is having a procedure. But is he any closer to getting indictments or gathering? Is he making progress there? I just don't. I keep thinking, like you keep saying, the Mueller report part of it's going to get dug up and come back out, and this stuff with Russia is going to take precedence. So even over some of the things that he's done here. So is Merrick Garland making progress gathering evidence towards an indictment?
Towards an indictment towards anyone in the Trump administration, like someone higher up? Because like so far it's just like the oath creepers and the peanut butter boys, So is he gonna indict someone higher up in the administration soon? He's circling the wagons. And the fact that they've got charges on oath creepers and peanut butter boys for seditious conspiracy is awesome.
Yeah, because they wouldn't do that. At first I was like, did they do that because it's so hard to prove and they'll get off? Or
it's very hard to prove, so a lot of times it gets dismissed and everything and they get off. So it's very rare for them to bring that kind of charge. But as Glenn Kirshner says, they must have confidence that they can prove this in court to bring up those charges over and over.
Or someone did it on purpose so they would get off. I don't know. I like what Kirshner said, and I'll go with that, what you just said. Okay.
Someone higher up in the administration. Will Garland bring an indictment soon, like
today?
Like before the end of summer, please.
Yes, before the end of summer. Merrick Garland.
I'm getting two people.
Do you have two kings?
Yeah, and the two of wands, I'm getting two. Sharing information. Tower is on getting ready to hit someone like bam, like soon, really, really soon. That's connected to the leader Trump. So there's someone quite high up that's getting ready to get hit. Backstabbing and thievery with the votes. So something about the votes, the fake elector, somebody that was aware of that. Justice moving in quickly. I get big changes for two people. You get an indictment. And I get the King of Cups too, and like losing out. So surprise, two men.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah, there's a certain area of this. I do get two kings that are going to have big problems. That you got the two, right?
The
ones moving forward, and they get called to the building, and their life is getting ready to change. But there's a certain part of this, and I don't know if it's just with Trump, that he can't move forward with something yet. There's a certain area. God, I don't know if there's just so much that you have to sort through to select the most important thing. That's so it's so delicate.
I think he also wants to get a conviction on one of those seditious conspiracy charges, like get a conviction in court, and then it's like, okay, now we got Trump. Yeah, he needs a win in court on seditious conspiracy.
Okay.
Now he's got two people that already pled guilty, so that helps. He's got two oath creepers that pled guilty to seditious conspiracy, so that helps. The fact that they pled guilty.
Okay. All right.
I will be right back. You know, I drank all this coffee and my secret sounds of coffee earlier, so I will be right.
Okay. So I thought we'd just take a look at Fox News, because they are, during the daytime, they are pulling away from Trump and saying that how profound Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony was. And so the little tiny cracks, the little breaks are happening. So, but still Hannity and what's his face? Tucker, they're still, doing their full BS. So let's see if they will start to break, because the lawsuits from Dominion and Smartmatic are coming down the line, and supposedly entertainment purposes only, going to devastate. One American News will go down, and Newsmax doesn't seem like they can survive these big giant lawsuits. And Fox is definitely, they're going through with it, and the judge has already said they can. So will Tucker or Hannity start distancing themselves from Trump at all? What do you think? Okay. Will Tucker and Hannity start to pull away from Trump? What's that relationship looking like? Will they start to have a splitsville there? Because that's where we really need it to happen. We'll take the daytime stuff. That's great. But we really need to have it happen with Tucker and Hannity. All right.
So you look at Fox News?
Yeah. We're just asking if Tucker and Hannity will start to pull away. Yeah, now that the lawsuits are coming from Smartmatic and Dominion voting machines.
Tucky. And now that we know Sean Hannity was texting Mark Meadows during the January 6th insurrection.
How about that? I'm interested to see Some people are saying, no, they won't split. Yes, they will.
They're going to be like Trump who?
Okay, so you get they will.
I get they're going to like admit that he lost the election, you know?
Is that the Six of Pentacles?
Yeah, that
Okay.
Biden won, that they're going to admit that Trump lost the election, that he's out in the cold like he doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Oh my God, look at, we got all the same cards on that.
We always get the same cards,
I know.
don't we? It's crazy. So I get, yeah, and it's because there's legal action coming for them. Strength on that, by the way.
That's crazy.
So they're going to be like, Trump who? I don't know him. I don't want anything to do with him.
Yep, I'm getting the same thing. I'm getting the same thing. They will start to pull away. They're going to be regretting. They're going to be regretting some of the things that they've said. I don't know how bad it's going to get, but they're going to be regretting it. Just like you said, these are not happiness cards for them. These are not happy. Those are not happy. I believe you got all three of those as well.
Regrets.
Yeah. All right. So, we asked. Well, do you want to just see how they're going to do overall? Fox News, are they going to stand after this is all?
Let's see. Done? I wish thank you, Cold Toes. They're registered as an entertainment company, not a news company.
Right.
And that was Tucker's defense in a lawsuit is, he's entertainment, so nobody believes him anyway. Right. Yeah, he lies. I wish they could somehow, like the FCC or somebody, crack down on them for propagating lies.
Right. Really. Okay. Fox News Live after this is all over. After all the truth comes out. Because the papers that Murdoch owns are even saying that Hutchinson did good and this is devastating and
the only thing I get is that they'll lose like their advertisers, their money behind the scenes, like losing their advertisers and losing viewers that watch. Like they'll start exiting stage left because of the lies and murkiness that they contributed to, and they push this agenda through. They still have some hope in the eyes of the Republicans, the staunch Republicans, and I mean the magsters. They're stuck with them. But I think there's other people that will break away from them. So you're middle of the road conservatives.
That's good. I think they're going to, like we saw with the break with Trump, I think they're going to start, promoting other people, probably just DeSantis and other Republicans. But I do think the funding will be an issue, just like you saw. But there's so much that went on and just the blurring of the truth. Thank you, Koltos. That they will take a hit from this.
Yeah.
People are going to make fun of them. This will be, I think Tucker and Hannity will have some humiliation. Fox News as a brand, Fox Noise, will be seen more as noise. So that's a fall from grace a bit. So with their grace eyes, people that have grace eyes. There's some people I know that won't miss a single night of those two, All right. So Allie P wanted to know, Governor Newsom, California, is running ads in Florida, and he's having a bit of a feud with Governor Ron DeSantis. So she wants to know, how does DeSantis feel about Newsom running ads in Florida? How does DeSantis feel about that?
Well, I love it. Like the Lincoln Party and some of those other people are doing like the billboards and stuff like that to put across different things that Republicans have done and stuff. They're dogging them, so to speak, trolling
that's
me.
Good. Becca's like, get him, Newsom, get him. I get he's trying to find a legal way to get him stopped. Can he even do that?
I'm getting something legal too. Like the Satan tries to stop it, break it, the ad money that's coming in and everything, surprise, like tries to get it taken away. It's like he's gonna burden whoever Newsom is partnering with to run
Yeah,
these.
they got all the same cards.
Yeah, it's like whoever he's paying to run the ads.
Yep.
Yeah, the money is there. Like he's sitting pretty financially. Like he's got backers to help him do this. So it's not coming out of his pocket. He's got backers.
Yeah, he thinks, DeSantis thinks he has it, but he's going to try to undercut this. I don't know how he can actually do that.
It's pissing him off. It's like America's watching. Like we're going to see more of this. We're going to see, people going into Texas and running ads for the Democrats or anti-Republican ads and stuff.
Okay. You said you ran out of questions?
Well, the only other one I had was a look at the economy, because we talked about that in our text, like wanting to take a look at the economy.
Yeah, because didn't get the greatest cards for that. So let's take. Do you want to take a look for the rest of the year or for?
Yeah, and into 2023, because I feel like we're in what I call a soft recession. Like I feel like we're already there with all the inflation. There's a little bit of a soft recession. The economists are forecasting a recession beginning in like around January or so. But I've also felt like that housing bubble that's there, that's causing the housing prices to go up, is going to pop eventually a little bit. It doesn't feel as bad as 2008 to me. But I do feel like we've got a little bit of a recession. So I'm just going to ask.
Okay, let's both do the economy up through the early part of 2023. And then maybe we can ask about housing.
Yeah, does it get
the economy
better, worse, or stay about the same?
The economy outlook for up and through early first months of 2023.
Got the anxiety card on the bottom.
Oh no. Yeah, there's a lot of fear-based talk going on. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Thanks, RN Swan.
I get it'll be burdened, for a little bit, but I do get that there's still like an abundance of new jobs. But the money it takes a little while for the money to turn, like people spending again and stuff like that to stimulate it. But I get people working on it and everything. It's going to be steady, but it's a little bit burdened here. There's some sneaky stuff going on with corporations, like price gouging and stuff. We know that, but I get it's pretty secure, and then I get I'm getting when there's the fall of Trump, that the economy will get stronger. Isn't that interesting?
Thanks, Becca. I took it out too. We had a troll. I marked it out too, but we'll see.
I don't know why the fall of Trump may be like causing a lot of Republicans to lose face. Maybe then they'll work with us on the economy as opposed to resisting so much. But I get for some reason the fall of Trump actually helps our economy improve.
Yeah, I get, boy, we're asking about, the very beginning of 2023, but leading up to 2023, we have some really big, difficult issues coming here leading up to it, because these are all the past cards that I'm looking at. So it's what shows what we've already go through. Thanks, Foggy, to get to 2023. So it's very, very difficult energy. But then, like you, there's something that we make some deals, we make some changes, and we're able to pull through. And then somehow the GOP does have something to do with it. I don't.
Yeah, I'm getting like maybe the fall of Trump signals the time where the economy starts to improve. Like it may not have something to do with it, but
maybe just the timing.
The fall of Trump will be a signal to us. It's the time that the economy will start to take off again. Now, I worked in retail for over 40 years, executive in retail. And I will say this, as somebody that worked in retail, every time gas prices went through the roof, because you're paying gas for ships. Thank you, Artist Sculptor and Deborah. You're paying for gas on ship transportation for imports. You're paying for gas on trucks delivering to warehouses, delivering to stores, delivering from the factories or whatever here, or produce, anything. When gas prices go up, the first thing that happens is retailers raise their prices because it's impacting their bottom line. When gas prices drop down, you will very quickly see, like food, those things that we turn very fast in this country, those prices will be the first thing to drop down. The imports, it takes a little longer to hit because they bring those in, sometimes 6 months before you see it on the shelves for sale. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Deborah, an artist sculptor. All right, that's interesting. It makes sense, makes perfect sense, but it's so crazy that that's going to mark around the time that it starts to turn. But boy, those are some difficult cards leading up to that time.
Yeah. So what's your money this fall, guys?
Okay, so let's just take a look. Will we see? How do we want to ask this? Will we see a drop in prices, or do you want to just ask what happens to the housing market?
Yeah, let's ask what happens with the housing market going into 2023, because they've already raised interest rates a little bit.
And they'll do it again.
I mean, there's a bubble there, just like in 2008, that needs to pop. But I don't think, my gut feeling is it's not going to be as bad as 2008. Thank you, Summer.
Thank you, Summer. The housing market, what happens to it by early 2023? What happens to it?
Oh my goodness, we've got over 700 people on a holiday in here watching this on a Monday afternoon.
Ellis. There's Sarah Ellis.
So glad you could all join us.
Yes, thank you. And happy 4th of July, everybody. Oh, boy. I'm not sure how this housing things start. Look at how it starts off.
Getting wonky.
It is getting wonky. And some of those houses are just not worth what they're saying it's worth. It's not as bad as 2008, but in a way it sort of is,
Yeah, the inflation part of the housing costs and rents have gone through the roof, because when houses go up, rents go up,
Yeah, and when they do that, why do they think some restaurants can't find workers? And if they don't have a place to live, they're just not getting it. They're not getting it.
I mean, the plus is we don't have a lot of those bad mortgages that caused so many foreclosures in 2008, 2009, 2010. But yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I'm getting same cards. It's imbalanced on the high side. Is what I'm getting.
And it makes people feel so bad that they can't. So the greed just it continues here for a little bit. Then do you get that it'll come down? Maybe we should ask, will the prices come down?
I do get that there is hope for families in the future, but it's a little ways off. So, because I had to pull quite a few cards before I got to that. So, something's going to pop the bubble. Something's going to go, bam, pop the bubble a little bit. I can't get when, though. It's a ways off, because I had to pull too many cards before that bubble.
Yeah, pops. I mean, this looks real. I mean, this looks just terrible. The 9 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Swords. People are stuck. There's fear. And then the bully, and it's just like all of that. And then right up the line in my Celtic cross, it starts to get a little better. Something happens, then maybe that pop. So maybe it takes right up through the 3rd or 4th month into 2023.
Yeah, it's going to be just a little bit. So
can we ask specifically if the prices will come down by March of 2023? Well, the prices of houses.
Lucy's chasing something. I hope she's not getting ready to bring me a mouse.
She is. She does that. Prices drop the housing market.
I'm going to try and lay it out months and see what I see. Do a little
good
layout. Let's see.
Ewat says, I see price drops all over Twin Cities. Wow, that's impressive. Not here.
I get it. It's wonky right now. Thank you, Patricia. In about 3 months, there's a loss in the housing market. So I think that may be when the bubble may start to pop. And then it starts to transition in about 6 months, maybe, and improves.
Thanks, Patricia.
It's kind of a short-lived pop.
So you think it will go down a little bit and then it'll stabilize?
I also get going into next year, there'll be more options. So in other words, it'll be more of a buyer's market, not a seller's market, where you've got more options because the prices come down a little bit. Right now, like, it's been so hot, things don't stay on the market long. Like, you put it on the market and like 3 days later you've sold it, so I think things will slow down a little bit in the housing market. It won't be quite so volatile.
Hi, Kevin. Loving vibrations. Happy 4th of July to you too. Okay, that's good, because I'm still getting... Well, I got some crazy cards here. Finally, it's like someone has to step in to help beat this down. It's just really difficult.
Yeah, it's going to take some work. It's going to take some diligence on it and partnering together to help it. But I do think it'll contract a little bit and shrink.
Okay, so Joe G says no collapse, no bubble, pop, potential correction. Well, we're getting a little pop, right? Just a little. But it's difficult. There's going to be a lot of speculation. People are going to buy speculatively. They're going to sell speculatively. They're going to do that. What do they call that? House stacking, when you go in and you buy the house regardless of how much it costs, and then you rent out one floor or another floor, and then you only live on the top floor or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not going to help you if the market goes then way down, So I don't know. Let's ask if it's better for people to just. I have a very close friend that's trying desperately. She's pregnant with her second child. She's due July 13th on the full moon. And they're trying to buy another house. Would it be better for them to just wait until after March of 2023? Can we ask that? Okay.
Let's see.
Is it better to just wait to buy till after March 2023?
I get no, because they might. This is my card for negotiating. They might have more leverage to negotiate the price now.
Okay.
So, it's kind of based on where you live and everything. For those that are watching all over the place, try to negotiate. If you can negotiate the price good, go ahead and put it under contract. Put an offer in on it now. If you can't negotiate for a decent price because there's bidding wars or something, then wait.
Yep, I got a very similar answer, of course. It's not going to benefit to
don't get in a bidding war where they're taking you up 50, 100,000 above the asking price.
All right. Well, do you want to troll again? I thought I controlled that. Everybody's clicking it out of there. All right, let's ask one more question. I forgot to put subscribers only on there through StreamYard. I do it on my regular one, but all right.
I go in and report them too, though, to try to force YouTube to.
Okay. All right. So, does anybody? We're a little, just a smidgy over an hour. Do you have a final question, or do we want to ask about food or gas, or how the general person will feel economically after Thanksgiving?
Let's ask for Christmas. How will people feel for going into Christmas?
Financially, how will they?
Financially,
will they feel stable?
Will they be spending money? They're feeling confident, or will they be? Thank you, Becca. Sending the trolls to the cornfield.
I was in such a hurry this morning, I forgot.
It's really weird. Like when I go grocery shopping, like there's some things that I haven't seen a price increase on. And then there's other things that's like, holy cow, that costs that much now.
Yeah. And then just some of the things that are missing.
Yeah.
How will you and I, general United States citizens, feel financially Christmas time? Well, I'm not starting off really great.
Uh-oh.
They're going to feel like someone cheated, someone grifted. Oh, and Tony wants us to ask, is it better to buy new or existing homes now? Okay, so maybe we'll do that one too.
I'm getting a mixed bag. I think it has to do with the election, with the midterms is what I'm getting, because this is my vote card, or one of my vote cards. They're feeling successful about Biden. So I think by then Biden's had a breakthrough, like with the elections, is what I'm getting. But financially, they're still feeling burdened because there's sneaky thievery stuff going on. But I get in general, like, they feel hopeful, they feel positive about the future. So they're looking to their future. So I think, like, they're waiting for the new people that are elected to get, inaugurated January 3rd into our government to fix things. So
Okay.
yeah, I think financially they're feeling a little rough, but they're hopeful, if that makes sense.
They're feeling rough, but hopeful.
Like, finally something's going to happen. Something's going to change.
Yeah. But we'll have gone through some difficult times, because I noticed you got the tower too. So there's something leading up to Christmas and it could be the midterms. It could be something else, but it doesn't feel very good. And then I got the afeared card, up at the top. So, but there will be some people that are able to have their celebrations, but there's anxiety there. All right. Do you want to ask? We're getting trolled so bad. You want to ask the question for Tony before we go out?
About buying new versus old.
Is it better to buy an existing or new home that's already existing? I guess she's asking existing, right?
Yeah, I'm going to ask in general, because you can find old homes that are in bad shape and you can find old homes in great shape. Like my house was built in 1862, when Lincoln was president. But everything had been upgraded. The plumbing, the pipes, the electric, everything had been upgraded. So it's like, even though, it's old, it's solid as a rock.
Okay, great.
So do your inspections. How well is it built?
Right. Is it better to purchase an existing home? Thanks, Becca.
I'm kind of getting, you got to weigh the odds of the balance of the work that has to be done on it. How well it's taken care of, and if the work's already been done on it, upgrading, and depending on the age of the house. But I kind of get, like, existing ones, hanging on to something that's been around for a while. Looking for one that may be a little bit further drive, like if you live in a city area, one that's out in the burbs a little bit more, I'm getting, you might find more value also.
Yeah, I don't think that for you, Tony, personally, or anybody, I think it's okay to go ahead and build new. Because it depends on where you want to go. Do you want to go somewhere new, the money for new, and the problems that are already there existing with the devil card? So I just don't think that it's a big payoff to buy existing.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
I mean, you could always buy the land, tear it down, and build new.
Yeah.
Like, get it cheap for the land, tear it down, and build new. So,
yeah, there's a lot of that going on down here. Okay. All right. Do you want to do a little read for this week for people? What do they need to know?
what do they need to know?
So if your hubby wants something new, Tony, go get something new. What does everybody need to know? What does this week look like? Do we got any prizes? Surprises or prizes? There's
We got
Johnny.
Cipollone testifying Wednesday, so
Oh, is he going to?
yeah, he's going to, but I think it's behind the scenes. I don't think it's going to be live,
Okay.
but I'm sure we'll hear about it later. We'll get some sort of little tidbits. What's everybody need to know?
Well, there's going to be a lot of gossip. Don't believe everything you hear. There's slinging gossip. Foggy, good for you. Foggy won $100 on the lotto. Good gravy.
We're going to learn something new about the transition to Biden. Something that's been secret that we didn't know. Something's going to come out. Something big change. Somebody's going to shine a light on this week about the thievery with the elections, the votes, stealing votes. I feel like something else is going to come out about that, shifting votes around. So maybe that's like Georgia or something, or maybe it has to do with the fake elector. Something around votes is coming out this week.
Okay,
votes
in there.
But I get on the bottom, rest easy. Take it in, but just rest easy. This will all work out.
Yeah. Boy, there will be information though, but man, it's like, do we tell the truth? Do we not tell the truth? Do we tell them everything that we know? Do we not tell them everything that we know? And then they try to spin it. The GOP will try to spin
whatever it is, so it's bad for them if they got to spin it.
Yeah. And then Knight of Cups. So we'll have to try to ignore some things. Rest easy, like you said. Rest easy. Don't believe everything you hear.
That's right. Rest easy. It'll all work out in the long run.
There you go. All right. Well, I hope, Jenn, thank you so very much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I always love being with you.
Thank you. Happy 4th of July to everyone. And thanks for all your questions. I really appreciate it. That was very, very helpful. And everybody, eat some watermelon and go play and have some fun.
And thank you, Troll Slayers, and thank you, Super Chatters.
Becca, thank you, Super Chatters. That was really very nice. And Becca, thanks so much for slaying the troll. Okay, I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm hungry.
Time for watermelon.
All right, bye, you guys. Much love to you. Bye-bye.